The Louvre Museum in Paris, considered one of the most secure structures in the world, was robbed in broad daylight. Something that once seemed possible only in Hollywood movies unfolded before everyone's eyes in real life. Welcome back to another episode of Against All Hope. Viewers, it was the morning of October 19th, 2025, when the Louvre Museum opened as usual for the public. Guards were stationed at their posts, and tourists from all around the world were entering the museum. By 8:30 a.m., the museum had been open for about 30 minutes, when something unusual happened on the other side of the building, the side that faces the River Seine. A truck pulled up near the museum wall, not just any truck, but the kind usually used to lift furniture to high floors. But this time, the truck wasn't carrying furniture.br, and the people inside it didn't have honest intentions. There were 4 people in total. They were all wearing yellow and orange vests, just like real construction workers, blending in perfectly. But their faces were hidden behind balaclavas. 2 of them stepped out confidently and extended the mechanical lift toward the first-floor balcony of the museum. That balcony leads directly into one of the Louvre's most prestigious sections, the Gallery of Apollo, home to France's royal treasures, displayed for the world to see. But to enter the Apollo Gallery, there was one major obstacle, a thick, high-security glass wall. Once on the balcony, the men pulled an industrial-grade disc cutter from their bags. Within seconds, they cut a hole through the glass and slipped inside the gallery. It all happened so fast that the museum's security guards hadn't even realized what was going on yet. But then, the alarm system was triggered. Our guards inside the gallery saw the intruders, but the robbers didn't care. They pointed power tools toward the guards, threatening them and continued with their mission. Following the emergency protocol, the guards began evacuating tourists from the gallery immediately. Panic spread across the museum. One witness later described the scene as total chaos, people screaming, running, and not understanding what was happening. By the time while the police were being alerted, and staff members were busy evacuating the panicked tourists, for the 2 robbers inside the gallery worked calmly, almost fearlessly. They smashed open the glass display cases, collected 9 priceless royal treasures, and then slipped back out through the same hole they had cut in the glass. Outside, on the balcony, their 2 partners were waiting, each sitting on a scooter, engines running. The thieves quickly descended using the lift's metal stairs, jumped onto the scooters, and sped away before anyone could even process what had just happened. According to the police, the robbers were inside the museum for just 4 minutes. And the entire operation, parking the truck, extending the lift, cutting through the glass, grabbing the treasures, and escaping, took no more than 8 minutes in total. Before leaving, they even tried to set the lift truck on fire to destroy any fingerprints or forensic evidence, but a brave museum staff member intervened just in time and stopped them. The thieves then disappeared along the River Seine, took the Boulevard Périphérique, the Paris Ring Road, and from there escaped onto the A6 motorway heading south. This daylight robbery became one of the most humiliating incidents in France's modern history. But the question remained, what exactly was stolen, or what treasures had vanished from the Louvre? When authorities began assessing the damage, the news sent a wave of grief and outrage across France. The stolen artifacts were not just financially valuable. Their historical and cultural worth was beyond measure. According to the Ministry of Culture, a total of 8 priceless royal artifacts had been stolen from the Louvre. Now you might be wondering, why 8, when earlier we mentioned 9? Yes, the thieves did steal 9 items, but one of them, a 170-year-old crown of Empress Eugenie, fell onto the road during their escape. Empress Eugenie, the wife of Napoleon III, had this magnificent crown made specially for her in 1855. While pulling it out through the narrow glass hole, the crown got stuck. And in forcing it out, the thieves damaged it severely. When it fell onto the street, it suffered multiple scratches and dents. Later, the museum's director said, "Perhaps we can repair the crown, but the 8 pieces that were stolen, their loss can never truly be recovered." Among the stolen treasures were Empress Eugenie's diamond tiara and brooch, Empress Marie-Louise's emerald necklace and matching earrings. She was Napoleon Bonaparte's second wife, Queen Marie Amelie's and Queen Hortense's sapphire jewelry sets. including a tiara, a necklace, and one earring, and one very special. Among the stolen pieces was a rare reliquary brooch, a unique 19th century masterpiece. Each of these royal jewels was encrusted with thousands of diamonds, emeralds, sapphires, and other precious stones. But these weren't just ornaments. They were symbols of France's royal heritage, living pieces of history passed down through generations of emperors and queens. According to early estimates, the total material worth of the stolen items, the gold, the stones, the diamonds, was around $2 million. But when you consider the historic and cultural value behind them, no amount of money could ever replace what was lost. Some experts say that even $1 billion wouldn't be enough to compensate for this loss. Strangely, the thieves ignored the most expensive jewels in the gallery. They didn't touch the Regent diamond, valued at over 51 million euros, nor the famous Sancy and Hortensia diamonds, both worth tens of millions on their own. This raised a major question. Were these thieves acting on a specific order? Did someone send them to steal only particular items? Investigators believe the robbers knew exactly what they were looking for, and were possibly working with inside information. The Paris prosecutor's office later said, this isn't just a financial loss, it's a loss of our national history. But how could this even happen? Inside the world's most famous museum, visited by millions of people every year, and protected by some of the most advanced security systems in Europe? When the investigation began, the findings were shocking. French media reported that in the specific section where the robbery took place, 1 out of every 3 rooms had no CCTV camera at all. Yes, the Louvre Museum, the largest art museum in the world, did not even have complete camera coverage. Even the external cameras failed to fully cover the balcony bar where the robbers had cut through the glass. And that wasn't the worst part. A French senator, Nathalie Goulet, told the BBC that the main alarm which went off was the museum's central alarm, but there was also a localized alarm system specifically for that balcony. That balcony alarm had been out of order for several days. Had it been working, security teams would have known instantly that intruders had entered the balcony. The museum's director accepted responsibility for the security failures immediately after the theft and offered her resignation to the Ministry of Culture. But the resignation was not accepted. Still, this incident raised serious questions about the security standards of French museums, and reminded the world that even the most guarded places are not invincible. And believe it or not, this wasn't the first time the Louvre was the scene of a major robbery. In 1911, Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa was stolen from this very museum. A museum employee named Vincenzo Peruggia hid the painting inside a small storage compartment and calmly walked out with it. The painting was recovered 2 years later in Italy when the thief tried to sell it. And that single event was what made the Mona Lisa world famous. Then in 1976, the sword of King Charles X was stolen from the same museum. 3 robbers broke a window, entered the room and vanished with the sword, which to this day has never been recovered. Again in 1998, thieves walked into the museum in broad daylight, removed a painting straight from its frame, and escaped without a trace. But now, 27 years later, history had repeated itself. As of now, over 60 investigators, and according to some reports, more than 100, are working on the case. On Saturday, October 25, 2025, Paris police arrested 2 suspects believed to be directly involved in the robbery. At the crime scene, forensic teams collected over 150 DNA samples and fingerprints taken from helmets, gloves, and inside the lift truck. Police confirmed that the arrests were made after a DNA match was found between these samples and known criminal records. One of the suspects reportedly has a past record of gold theft. The investigation is still ongoing, and while the authorities remain tight-lipped, sources say some of the stolen artifacts might still be in France, hidden away, waiting to be sold on the black market. Authorities remain hopeful that all the thieves and the mastermind behind the Louvre Museum robbery will soon be captured. However, police have not yet confirmed whether any of the stolen artifacts have been recovered from the arrested suspects. Following the heist, the museum was closed to the public until October 2nd, and even now, the Gallery of Apollo, the heart of the robbery, remains sealed off for investigation and repairs. Officials have described this as a highly organized and professional operation, and the investigation is still ongoing. The Louvre Museum robbery of 2025 was more than a theft. It was a symbolic attack on France's cultural heritage, a reminder that even the most secure treasures are vulnerable. Who orchestrated this heist? Where are the missing jewels? Will they ever be recovered? Until the truth is revealed, the world can only watch in awe and disbelief. This is Against All Hope, bringing you real stories that shock the world. If you enjoyed this story, like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us bring more unbelievable real-life events